Florida State fans talk about it don't matter. We ain't even good. It tastes good anyway, baby.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ, the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we're going to talk about the 35-11 whooping at Doak Campbell, where our Carolina Tar Heels went in there like a stinking army, specifically Omarion Hampton, and just, that's 5 of them. 4 touchdowns on the ground and 1 touchdown in the air. Omarion Hampton was a stinking animal, bro. Looking at the stats right here. 32 carries, 172 yards, and 4 tutties. And oh, by the way, 3 receptions, 93 yards, and a tutty. Carolina finished with 500 yards of total offense. Now, look, I'll be the first one to tell you, bro. We had the call-in show last night, and your boy did not expect the offense to play that well. Obviously, the daggum running lanes were opened up for not only Omarion. Carolina finished with 289 yards rushing and 211 passing. That's how you get to the 500. But the defense set the tone once again, bro. Once again, the defense set the tone. Back-to-back weeks. 201 yards allowed total. Remember, Florida State only averages 272. While at home, Carolina held them to 201. And not only that, Carolina dominated the time of possession, almost 40 minutes to 20 minutes. It was a massacre. The final score doesn't even say how big of a massacre this was. And so when people say Florida State wasn't good, it doesn't mean it doesn't taste good. Give me a second. 35-11, bro. 35-11. And what's crazy is at the beginning of the season, I had this almost penciled in as a for sure loss. And if you would have told me, somebody had joked in the comment section, who would have thought, you know, how much money could you have made if you would have said JMU scored 70 against Carolina and FSU, well, we're going to roll them down in Tallahassee. It's crazy. Crazy stinking season, bro. But Carolina moves to 5-4, 2-3 on the conference behind another complimentary football game from this North Carolina team, bro. And a couple things here, man. One, congratulations to Mac Brown. You guys know that I have been on his case for a while. Mac, after this bye week before the Virginia game, something has changed with this football team. Something in the head, in the stinking heart, has changed with this football team. They're playing complimentary football. And look, I'll be the first one to tell you, beating FSU, it really doesn't do anything for me, right? It's not a good football team. They really aren't that good. This is what the score should be when you play a team like Florida State, because they are that bad. They are that bad of a football team, you know. But this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. And Carolina did what they were supposed to do. Back-to-back weeks on the road in the Atlantic Coast Conference. And I don't think you can make light of that, okay? Because it takes a little bit of resilience from these kids, from the coaching staff, to do what they just did. And now we go into another bye week before Wake Forest comes to Chapel Hill. Now, look, we got to keep that same juice, bro, when we come home. We got to keep that same juice when we come home. And I really am. I know basketball season's about to start, but I'm calling Tar Heel Nation, man, to get back on this stinking bandwagon, dude. Come out here and stinking support this football team because of how they're playing football. You got to admire that. You got to admire that, man. Let me talk to you guys real quick about Omarion Hampton. Excuse me. My voice is about to stinking be gone from screaming at the television. That kid is special. That kid's not just special because of the numbers. That kid is special because of his mentality. 32 carries, 3 receptions, over 250 total yards with 5 touchdowns. And he's in the ball game late in the game, and I'm going to tell you why he's in there, because he doesn't want to come out. He wants to play. He's not a prima donna. I love that. I love that, man. It's old school football, bro. Lower the stinking boom. Make them pay for trying to stinking tackle you in the open field. He's a special kid, man. He really is. He is a special young man. He's a special young man, bro. And he carried this offense on his back by accounting for all but 5 points. And that's because Noah Burnett was called in to stinking kick the extra points. We should have let him do that stinking too. Hey, shout out to the offensive line. 289 yards that Carolina rushed today. 289. Shout out to the offensive line, man, for especially later in the game, you could tell they were getting tired of tackling Big O. And so shout out to the OL for opening them holes, man, and letting these guys eat. Carolina averaged 5.3 yards per rush today. Florida State, 1.5. Let me talk about another kid. Another kid that stinking hooped today, bro. He goes by the name of Bo Atkinson. This kid had stinking 3.5 sacks in the first half. In the first half, bro. Finished the game with 4.5 tackles for loss. Just an absolutely phenomenal performance by 12 on the defensive side of the football. Once again, Carolina had 7 sacks and 10 tackles for loss, bro. Not only that, they had 2 interceptions. So, I mean, Jeffy has strung up 2 back-to-back good performances from the defense, man. Now, look, Florida State's not good, but that's what you're supposed to do against teams that are not good, right? Calandria is not bad. The Virginia offense is not necessarily bad. It's an average ACC offense. They held the stinking line. They did the same thing down in Tallahassee, man. So I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed with the resiliency of these kids. You know, am I upset with how the season started? You damn right I am. But at the same time, I'm going to give you stinking respect when you deserve respect. Mac Brown gets his first win against Florida State. He does it in style, and he rides the stinking shoulders of Omarion Hampton, bro, and that defense, man. I love it. I love it. I'm almost sad that there's a stinking bye week next week. The only good thing coming from that is that your boy is going to be at the Wake Forest game on November 16th for my 38th birthday. So I appreciate everybody that come and hung out in the live stream, man. We had about 30, 35 stinking diehards in there, bro. Some real Tar Heels, some real guys that bleed Carolina blue. And I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate the love. And I appreciate you guys, man, towing this stinking line with me, man. I really do. That was a fun football game to watch. Fun football game to watch. A lot of stinking smash mouth. It's my kind of football, bro, on both sides of the stinking ball. So, hey, there's not much more to say about this thing, man. I'm stinking pleased. 35-11, North Carolina over Florida State down in Doak, which moves them to 5-4, 2-3, and we're 1 win away from being bowl eligible. Look, I'm not trying to move the goalpost, all right? Not trying to. At the end of this season, if we're 8-4 and win our bowl game, I will still say that we did not achieve what we could have achieved. But at the same time, bro, I'm not going to look behind. I'm going to look forward, and I'm going to support this team, especially when they stinking play like that. So, made me proud, man. Made me stinking proud to be a Tar Heel. I loved it. I loved the fight. I love the energy. I love everything about it, man. And I can't wait to host the Demon Deacons in Chapel Hill and have my stinking butt in one of those seats in 2 weeks, man. So y'all enjoy the bye week. If you haven't already, man, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you on the next one, Tar Heel Nation. Go Heels, baby.